So on my hard drive, I've got a Carat 8.0 database. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to hit type just to put them all together. It's an application file. So here are the application files, and here's its printer setup is what it's called. We'll go into that, and it wants to know, move this over so it's a little more in front. Allow it to make changes, yes. Then it opens up, it looks just like Carat. And then we go into customize. And it wants you to back up the database. Never hurts, but I've never done it. And then I start up here with page. And when I do page, portrait, I do left 0.5 and right 0.5, top 0.33, bottom 0.33, and over here I say I don't want a border. This will put a line around the edge of the paper if that does anything for you. Subtitle indent 1 inch, multi-line text indentation 1 inch. And I don't click this subtitle always on a new line, not really sure what that means, but it's there. So that's what I do with the first page. Layout gets to be a little bit more involved. Now up here where it says print this page, you can't make any adjustments unless you activate that. And then here I write the name of my company. And then on each one of the panels up here, there's a thing for the font, and you want to make sure how you choose to do the font. This is my setup for the title page. I use Cambria. That's basically the same as Times New Roman, but pick what you want. I like a little color, so I make that part blue. And when you click on the color, you can pick from any of the colors. There's a whole bunch of colors. You know, if you have a store color you want to use, there you go. Bold, Western, and then I say okay. Back here, then I click this because I don't particularly want that to print, but it's in there. Address is the same thing. If you want to change the address, you have to click the print this area, and then it makes it active for how you want it to print. And again, you go over to font and do the font however you want the font. That's how I do it. And then I turn that off because I don't like it on. Then artwork, this is where I do print this, and I print that, but I would go over here to picture and select file, and I don't want those. Usually somewhere in here, or wherever you happen to have your Hurdles logo. There I have Hurdles logo, so I would click that and say next. And so now it'll print with the Hurdles logo. I print it at the center on the top, and that's really all I have to do with that one. But I do keep that marked. Title, now this is all of the text that goes on your appraisal, and so fonts and things can be important here. I want where it says insurance appraisal at the top. I want that, and I kind of like it bolded. So again, over here in the font, this is what I do. I do it a size 12. I do it bold. I do Arial. I don't know why I do Arial. It came that way, I think. Black. I don't really even know what Western is, but that's what it shows up. So I say okay, and then I go back here and I do print the title. Let's see. So we've got that, and we've got that, and I do have it. The certificate number, I have that. Here I put my indicator, because that's what I use. On yours, I changed that to hurdles, and then I put a space, a dash, and a space. And then this number, whatever you type in here, that's the first appraisal number, and then it will go up from there. And then I do I do a space at the end of that? Don't do a space at the end of that, but I do a space at the beginning of this, and then using that code, we'll type in the year. I want it in the center. This is how it's going to show up. And since I'm using my computer on my thing, Jewelry Appraisers of Portland. And so this is how it shows up on my machine. And I do say print this area. And for font on this one, that's what I have. And we go to labels, to labels, to label. Oh, I gotta close this first. To labels. Client name, I have it print client name in blue again, just because I like my colors. That's where I get my font stuff. And data, this is everything that gets typed in. I do click it to print in this area. And again, the font, that's what I use for font on that one. Then we go over to signature. This is how it prints the signature line, and I have it on the right. I have it clicked. Include signature line above the name, and locate business name below the name. That's just the way I like it to appear. And if you look at one of my appraisals, you'll see how that goes. Again, the font is important. I do that in italics. I'm not sure why. Cambria I use again, 11, black, Western. And then we go into disclaimer. They have some weird disclaimer that comes with it. This is where I put my address, and it shows up as a very fine little line at the bottom. I put it in the center, and I have my email address and the phone number and everything. Again, if you look at one of my appraisals, you'll see how that appears at the bottom of several pages. The font I do a little differently because I like it small. I still use Cambria, italics, 7, and then I use this gray so that it's kind of grayed out for that particular panel. And then the footer, I don't really do anything with it, and I don't have it checked up here. I don't know what it does, but it's right there. So then we're finished with this. And before I go on, I'll stop because this has been almost 9 minutes. So I'll stop this segment and then go on to the next.